As a self-made millionaire in my 20s and now a multi-millionaire, here is my number one advice. Don't shoot yourself out of getting lucky, and be willing to work on something even when you're not being paid in proportion to your efforts. And you know I'm gonna keep it real because I'm not trying to sell you a course. I became rich by doing YouTube and also investing in real estate. So you're probably thinking, oh, well, you just got lucky. Even though I failed for 7 years before I got paid, eventually, yeah, I got lucky. But the key point is I gave myself the chance to get lucky. And I consistently filmed and uploaded videos for 7 years, even when I was not being paid in proportion to the effort I was putting in. And the problem is most people are not willing to take that chance. And I'm not talking about going all in on a meme coin or just gambling. Successful people consistently give themselves a chance to get lucky. For 7 years, I uploaded videos. One can argue I was actually pretty unlucky because it took me that long. I had to test my luck that many times before I got lucky. My question to you is, what are you doing right now that gives you a possibility of getting lucky? For most of you, the answer is nothing. Now look, I'm not hating on jobs. Jobs are good. They raise your minimum quality of life. But there's something that you need to understand about a job. You're guaranteed an income, which means that you're removing risk. Now you're probably thinking, well, this is good, right? See, the thing is, risk has two sides to it. The risk of not getting paid, but also the possibility of getting really lucky. So by removing the risk of not getting paid, you're also eliminating any possibility that you can get really lucky. There's no situation where you go to your job and something crazy is gonna happen. And that's the biggest problem. Most people only do things that are guaranteed. That they're not willing to do something unless they're guaranteed to be paid for it. The key is to do something where there is a risk of not getting paid. Because the flip side of that is that there's a probability that you're gonna get really lucky. And if you test your luck for a long enough period of time, eventually you will get lucky. Now, it might not take you 7 years like it took me with YouTube. It might not be YouTube. It might be a different vehicle. See, the thing is, you can't have a double standard in life. You can't be thinking, I'm not gonna do this unless I guaranteed to get paid for it. It's not fair. I'm gonna spend an hour doing this and I'm not being paid in proportion to my effort. Whatever I do, I expect to be paid in proportion to my effort. But is that really true? Let's say for a second that you said, all right, I'm worth $100 an hour. And I told you, here's $200 for that hour. Would you accept it? Probably. What if I told you here's $500 for that hour? Would you accept it? $5,000? $10,000? $30,000 for 1 hour of your time? I bet you wouldn't say no then. I've had videos where I made over $30,000 on it, but I only spent a couple hours on the video. I was not paid in proportion to my effort then, but I also was not paid in proportion to my effort for those 7 years where I was filming and uploading videos and not getting a single dime for it. And that's the key point that you have to understand. When you tell the universe that you're only willing to do things if you're rewarded in proportion to your efforts, and trust me, the universe is listening, it says, okay, we will only pay you for the hours of time that you put in. We will never overpay you for anything. See, there's always two sides to something. I want guaranteed income also means I don't want to get lucky. I want to be paid in proportion to my efforts also means I never want to be overpaid. Do you think most business people are getting paid when they're starting their business? Do you think Jeff Bezos was being paid all those years that he spent building Amazon in the office? Everyone is quick to judge that he's being overpaid right now. But what about all those years that he put in when he wasn't being paid fairly to the hours he was putting in? So I guess my point of everything, don't cheat yourself out of a fortune because you want that instant gratification right now. Good things truly do come to those who wait.